Show no more where we speak truth to power. And here we don't criticize. Remember, if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build. We are in the service of God and country. This is half an hour of a shower of hot lava. And here from the newsreel, we keep it real. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Porter, aka Kukushudamo, where we speak truth to power. And I'm most excited to be with you, my brother, my sister. All right, so today we have a number of things to look at, and I want to say thank you so much for joining me. Now remember to share this broadcast. We are live on Facebook where we are streaming, and our Facebook page is 3FM927. This is the Black Port, and we're speaking truth to power. Yes. And the first story I'm taking today is taken from my own 3news.com, the most authentic source of news online. And it says, MP warns against any move to kill investigative journalism in Ghana. And I read, no action should be taken to thwart the work of investigative journalists in Ghana. Member of Parliament from Akimodan, Alexander Akwesi Akwa, has said he indicated that the country should be doomed, would be doomed the very day investigative journalism is stopped. He was commenting on the judgment that was delivered in the case of Anas versus Canada, Japan, while speaking on the key points on TV3, Saturday, March 18. Now, the Accra High Court on Wednesday, March 15, dismissed the 25 million Ghana cedi defamation suit against Kennedy Ohini Japan, brought by investigative journalist Anas Armiyao Anas. The judge, Justice Eric Ban, held that Anas Armiyao Anas had failed to prove that Kennedy Ejapong defamed him by airing the documentary Who Watches the Watchman, but rather the documentary exposed shady deals that Anas and his associates were involved in. This was after Anas in 2018 sued the New Patriotic Party LPP lawmaker for allegedly defaming him. Anas prayed to the court to award 25 million Ghana cedis against Canada Japan to compensate him for the defamatory material published against him by the MP. The court concluded that what Anas is engaged in is not investigative journalism, but rather investigative terrorism, and that Japan was justified to call Anas a blackmailer, corrupt, and an extortionist and evil. I find the claims by the plaintiff Anas Armiyao Anas meritless, and they are hereby dismissed, Justice Ban ruled. But Anas said that he disagreed with the judge both on law and on the facts of the case. He accused Justice Ban of delving into the arena of criminal prosecution against him, despite the matter being civil. My team and I and the lawyers have carefully studied the judgment delivered by the court, and we are unanimous that the judge made an overreach, and descended into the arena and made criminal pronouncements about me as if I was standing a criminal trial. He also justified the MP accusing me of murder of JB Dankwa, murder of 20 Chinese nationals. We are filing an appeal because there was no evidence provided. And I said in a video recording, responding to the judgment. Okay. So this is what it is. My brother, my sister, I want us to look at this thing very quickly. In fact, I have made it known ever since this trial ended. If we are not careful, investigative journalism is going to be killed in this country. In fact, if there is any terrorism at all in this country, this very peaceful country, then what I see is judicial terrorism. If there is any form of terrorism in this country, I do not see any other terrorism but judicial terrorism. Why is Blakk Rasta saying this? Hear me now. My brother, my sister, we saw how in a documentary, duly endorsed by the judiciary, some members of the judiciary, high-ranking members of the judiciary, whose moral aptitude we expected to be very high, who all along pronounced judgment on people left, right, and center, which we upheld. We saw these people engaged in bribery and corruption, and they didn't even take any serious bribe, but goats and some small pockets of money, and degraded, disrespected, deteriorated, and totally destroyed the legal profession. My brother, my sister, we saw how hardened armed robbers, killers, and rapists who visited innocent people with violence were duly arrested by our hard-working police, some of them shot and killed in the line of duty. And having worked so hard to arrest these hardened armed robbers, rapists, and killers, the best place to send them according to our laws is the courthouse. And some judges and justices, my brother, my sister, took goats as bribe. And what did they do? They pronounced the no guilty judgment on these hardened criminals. In some cases, we saw in the documentary that some of the hardened criminals were even shocked. They turned and looked around as if to slap themselves in the face and say, "Are you sleeping or awake? Is this any good judiciary? Are these members making proud our judiciary?" We all remember how the President of the Republic and some other well-meaning members of the society came out and admonished the judiciary in this country to up their game because they are descended so low. As the documentary was aired, and they have smeared so much rot and filth on the legal profession. Today, as we look at this whole issue, we are told that somebody is doing investigative terrorism. Yet, we are those terrorized in the courthouses. We are told that we cannot even fly the Ghana flag. We cannot have the Ghana flag on us in the courthouse. What kind of nonsense is this? The country that you uphold and respect and hold in high esteem, you can no longer be proud of the flag of the country. You go to the courthouse and a female judge will look at you and tell you to dispose of the flag. What arrogance! They hate the country so much so that anybody who is seen to love the country, they hate the person. We also how back of Voma War succumbed to pressure to take off the flag after the female judge handled his case shouted at him to take it off. If I were him, I would not take it off. Let them do whatever they want to do. All in the name of this country. My brother, my sister, some people have to lay down their lives just like our ancestors. Back of Omawa took down the flag. Is this not terrorism? If you take a goat as a bribe and free hardened criminals, what is a worse form of terrorism than this? In fact, I would rather give my support to Anas Armiyao Anas than to our judiciary of some judges who take goats and cash as bribe so they can shift the goalpost of justice. My brother, my sister, today I look at this issue and I shed tears because we all have seen time and again how Ghanaians who are treated so badly in so many different spheres of the country all cry out that they wished Anas Armiyao Anas was around with his lenses to be able to capture some of these things. Now, after fighting Anas down, the next people they will fight is the media in general. No media person should be happy about this decision. This decision is an affront to the media. It's an affront to justice. This decision, my brother, my sister, see it as you see it, but posterity will judge us so harshly. Granted, Anas is not an angel. Maybe on one case, he decided to kill a story or to kill yet another story. I don't know. But in a lot of the cases, discerning Ghanaians have been able to tell that beyond every single doubt, some people were engaged in nothing but destroying the very fiber of this country. If I cannot thank Anas, I will not insult him. Until it is proven beyond every doubt that Anas is an extortionist, that he's a thief, he's a murderer, I stand aside. My brother, my sister, and what this MP of Akimodna is saying is nothing but the truth. There are some bourgeoisies in the society who are so scared of the lenses of Anas that they always have nightmares. Every time they go to bed, they are sweating like frogs on heat. But you may kill Anas, but you cannot kill the lenses of investigative journalism. I leave it here. Next thing I want to look at is taken from Ghana Web, and it says, angry concerned citizen to embark on a solo barefoot march to force government to bring back La General Hospital. Oh my God. May God bless this man. I read, a concerned citizen from La in Accra, Ganyobi Ni Kotopon Mansalo. The first, known in real life as Jeffrey Tete, has expressed anger over the fact that the La General Hospital has been closed down over the government's plan to reconstruct the facility. This action, he said, has led to the deaths of many because they have not been able to get proper medical attention. For this reason, Jeffrey Tete, also the spokesperson of the La Youth, has set out to embark on a solo walk from the La Market complex to the Ministry of Health in the central business district of the capital. In a post he made on March 1, 2023, he said the government of Ghana deceived Ghanaians when they said they would complete the project in 2 years. Today, March 1, 2023, marks exactly 3 years since the La General Hospital was closed down for demolition in preparation for the reconstruction of an estimated cost of 68 million euro hospital. The new building, as the whole world was deceptively told, was to be completed in 2 years after an unnecessary, lavish, partisan, and sword cutting on Monday, August 10, 2020. 3 years after the demolition, one single concrete block is yet to be planted on the site. Rather, in contrast to the many failed commencement dates promised by the minister in charge of health, absolutely nothing shows an iota of hope that the hospital will be built, he wrote. My God. My God. Ganyobi ni Kotopong. Mansalo the first, aka Jeffrey Tete. Please involve me in this demonstration. I am ready to walk with you barefoot. In fact, wearing only boxers. If I be allowed, I would even go naked. Trust me. This is what we need to do to liars and thieves. Every liar is a thief. Some people think stealing is just taking what does not belong to you. But when you lie, sometimes you can kill many by just the lies that you tell. This is a lying government. My brother, my sister, they had money to pay an architect. Ghanaian British architect who was paid so much money. An architect knighted by the British. Sir David J. took a lot of the money that could have built this hospital threefold for a dirty demonic cathedral. I don't know what Gamanche is doing. I don't know what La Manche is doing. The last time I checked, La Manche was dead. Do we have a new La Manche? What are you doing? Rise with the rest of the youth. Let the man himself come out. Whilst you are walking on the street, you can throw quickly around. You can beat drums and demonstrate. I bet you within 1 week this hospital will commence. But the Manchester are all sitting down. Woolomes are already walking barefoot. So if you come out and you are demonstratively walking barefoot, they would assume that you are all Woolomes. I want to thank this man here. Ganyobi Kotopong Mansalo the first, aka Jeffrey Tete. Please don't start this demonstration without me. I would like to be part of it. I would like to walk with you. I would like to sing with you. I would like to be on this train. To God be the glory. I wish I could speak more. From 88 hospitals now is 111 hospitals. The Jamaicans say every liar is a thief. Our people also say the same thing. And if this is anything to go by, we are being ruled.